Zoom can always hear me. I never mute Zoom. I had OBS muted for everything going out. So I'm out of practice. I was gone Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was gone 4 days. I'm like a rookie. So hello, Greg. Hello, Sam. Hello, William. Hello, Bobby.
Hello.
Good to see you guys. Sam, you look like you might be a little bit chilly too. You got a sweat jacket on or a little light jacket?
Yeah, it's 44 outside.
Whoa, I think you have the record. We're 51. If you're 44, you have the record. You got snow flying yet?
Don't rush it.
Oh, I know.
Cincinnati Bengals won today, Ken. They won it. They won the game.
Yeah, that generally when they win, that's what it amounts
Not
to.
what we were talking about.
Right now, 74
really.
where I am right now, 74. It's hot.
That's comfortable. Those days are gone for myself, probably Greg, and probably Sam. Jeff says he'll be with us in a little bit. Rick's got company. Chris says now the sound works. Yeah, it was a rookie mistake. I forgot to turn it off in OBS. So you're looking at a video from the aquarium. Mrs. K asked me to shoot a video, so I did. And then we have several other videos. I'm going to slowly but surely get them uploaded to YouTube. How did William put a message on at 7:45? I can see that. I think I changed everything, the date, and rescheduled it a little after 7. So 7:45 is conceivable. Have I missed anything while I've been gone? Let's go with that question first.
Not really.
All right.
Your house is still standing.
It was. And it did still smell like a Chinese restaurant when we got back. It no longer does. Of course, we have icicles forming off the ceiling now, but I ain't got no smell in the house. I did have to turn the heat on. It got down to 68 degrees, and Mrs. K had on 2 blankets, 2 sweaters, a jacket, and she said, "Aren't you cold?" I'm in a t-shirt and shorts. I'm like, "Nope, I'm extremely comfortable right now." So I turned the heat on, jacked it up to about 74, I think it was, so she's comfortable now. I'm a little warm, but otherwise, she's happy. So, good trip.
As long as you can keep the doors and windows open and keep the fresh air in.
Oh, I would love to be able to open the windows and doors, but I mean, at 51 degrees, it would get kind of chilly in here rather quick. But, it ain't going to bother me none. Tomorrow night while she's at work, I probably will open the windows and the one back door, sliding door to let all the air in. I have to wait and see. This was the last trip of the year for this year. We're not going to do anything else. We got the birthdays next Sunday, and then in 2 weeks we'll have November will be here, Thanksgiving, and then Christmas. I mean, it's going to go bang, 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 and we had a good summer. We had a good travels in the summer. We've already got next year's first trip already sort of kind of maybe planned, and it's to the south again. I think we have an obsession with the south. This time we're going to go to the western part of the state of Tennessee. I jokingly cheesed Alex a little bit Saturday morning. I Googled how far it was from Gatlinburg, Tennessee to Sheridan, Arkansas, and I sent him the picture. I don't know if he saw the humor or not. It's about a 9-hour drive, so that wasn't happening. Man, you want to talk about being in Orlando in the middle of Tennessee? That's what it reminded me of. Every other building was a t-shirt factory, souvenir factory, nothing priced over $9. I'm like, it brought back memories of the last time I was in Orlando down at Disney World. Took a lot of pictures, 255 total. I've posted most of them to Facebook. If you guys would like to see them, let me know, and you could maybe arrange that. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. To be expected. I did take a whopping 6 pictures with my DSLR camera. So that's probably not going on the trips from now on.
We don't want to see the bad ones.
Okay, only the good ones. That narrows it down from 255 to about 3. Mrs. K did take a lot. I cannot get her convinced. Take a lot of pictures. If we don't like them, we can delete them. It's simple. And I think I only deleted about 4 pictures, and that's because she was moving the camera in a moving car. And you want to talk about a really nice effect. It looked cool, but only I knew what it was, so it wouldn't be worth sharing. It's good to be back. Hopefully we won't have any more weather and or stomach issues for a while. Came in $6 under my budget that I set for us to go down there and have fun with. Driving down there, we spent over an hour and a half stuck in traffic, moving at a whopping. Anyone want to take a guess at how fast we were moving for an hour and a half?
2 miles an hour.
Oh God, that would have been. I'd have felt like I was doing 100 miles an hour, 2 miles an hour. No, we sat still, didn't move. One cop came by on the shoulder, and then I'm gonna say 20 minutes or so later, traffic started moving very slowly. And when we got up to where he was at, there was a cop car behind the semi, and a cop car in front of it. No tow truck, no ambulances, no fire trucks. I don't know what it was. The thing that frustrated me was the app we use for going places, the map app, it didn't recognize that traffic was backed up until we were through the traffic. And then it said, you need to take a detour because traffic. And I'm like, we just got through it. Why would I need to take a detour? So either I'm going to have to get another app or figure out how to use this one properly. Tim Tech says hello. Ski Man says hello. Hello, Ski Man. Hope you're doing better than the last time you were on the show. Anybody got anything? Yeah,
I had
Bobby.
a busy day today, Ken. I went and saw my grandma in Lehigh Acres. Me and her went to Walmart.
Oh boy, Walmart.
And then after that, we went to Publix and grabbed some stuff after that on sale.
We had to go to Walmart when we first got into Gatlinburg because Mrs. K had left something that I think she could have done without at home, but needless to say, we went to Walmart. I've never seen a Walmart that was so. Usually Walmarts are pretty uniformly laid out across everywhere. Here in Indiana, all the Walmarts, you go in one door and you could blindfold yourself and walk through the building because they're all laid out the same. Not this one. We walked in there and we just stood there looking around going, where in the world did we go? So we thought, well, we'll start walking and then we'll see a sign. We'll be all right. No such luck. Got about, I don't know, halfway through the building, I seen a gentleman walking toward me. So I said, excuse me, sir, can you tell me where the pharmacy area is out? And the guy goes, no speak English. Okay. I stood there for a second and I went, my true gray cells talked to one another. I went, medicina. And he goes, see. And he said like this, follow me. So he did speak 2 words of English, follow me. And he guided us over to the pharmacy department where we found what we were looking for.
Was he an employee?
No, it was not an employee. Chris, it was Walmart. There were no employees around.
Huh.
I looked, clearly I would like to have found an employee. But no. And I just asked the first person that I came across, and clearly was not the right person to ask. Ski Man says he's feeling fair. He's going to see a specialist early November. Hope everything works out. Yes, Bobby, you have your hand raised.
Today's experience at Walmart is I found an employee. Me and my grandma are trying to find the iced tea. We finally found it. He spoke in full English. I understand.
That's always good.
Guy.
That is always good. We did go to Costco today. I think Costco's our new Walmart. I know we bought some things. We bought, I want to say 10 pounds of oatmeal, and I am going to track how long it lasts. I seriously am. That's the bad thing about Costco is you have to buy everything in bulk. Before we took out of here on Friday, I wanted to get gas at Costco. I find the stuff before the employees know. Yeah, I've had two really cool, interesting experiences at Walmart with employees. The first was I asked a gentleman where something was, and he looked at me and handed me his phone and indicated he wanted me to type it in his phone. Okay, I can do that. And I did, and it told me it was in aisle H23. Didn't really need the employee except to use his phone to tell me it was in aisle H23. And then the second one was Friday down there in Gatlinburg when running into this guy. But he wasn't an employee. I don't think he was an employee. Pretty sure he wasn't an employee. Hold on, I got to see something here. Okay. It's kind of quiet in there. Does that? Oh, yeah, that clearly shows up. So, if the show stumbles a little bit tonight, you got to give me a break. I'm a little out of practice. Give me a couple days. I'll be back into practice. You believe that, right?
No.
William, you already uploaded the letter S that I see?
Yeah, and the letter T.
And I didn't see T. I saw S. I got notification on it. I better... Wait a minute. I'll check that out after the... And T?
Yeah.
Now, it's going to take me a day or two to get back in the swing of things. A little out of practice.
And I got you ready to go, just trying to figure out if I want to leave the ending on it.
Oh, did you send me the preview?
I haven't seen just finished that day.
I did about 5 minutes worth of editing on DaVinci, and that was just to get the daily thing done. And I have not done anything computer-wise today. Kind of rested a little bit. We went to visit my mom. We bought her a big water tumbler at Buc-ee's. I probably spent more money at Buc-ee's than we did buying souvenirs at the... I picked up a cup. It says Ripley's Aquarium. It's got my name on it. Big old shark. I will never use it. It'll go in my cup collection. Mrs. K got a couple of things she wanted, and we picked up a really cool magnet for the refrigerator that I put on upside down and didn't even realize it. It just looks cool. It looked cool upside down, too. Sam, you doing all right?
I'm fine. I have a question though for you.
Fire away.
What is up with your camera? It looks like you're filming from a potato tonight.
I don't know. I've not changed anything.
Yeah, you look really pixelated.
Really? Am I pixelated on everybody's? Let me check Zoom. Let me check the stream.
No, not really.
Not here.
Let me go over here. No, doesn't look too bad there. Let me try one thing here. Oh shoot, I only have one camera hooked up right now. Give me just a second here. Oh, wrong button. Try that. I shut the system down Friday, and as far as I know, it should have started back up normally. Okay, that's interesting.
I was out of the room when you were talking about Gatlinburg. How was it?
Crowded.
Yeah, I know.
Horribly crowded. The city itself was interesting. I would like to take about 2 or 3 days and go down there. And I'd actually like to go to the national park that's just outside of Gatlinburg. We were initially going to go to Dolly World. That was the plan Mrs. K wanted to do. And when we Googled the price of tickets at $90 per adult, that became real And nothing's changing. I'm trying to adjust the cameras here, but I don't see any change whatsoever.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, pretty expensive is putting it mildly. Okay, that brings me in too far. Let me go about. Is it still all pixelated, Sam?
To me, it is.
Huh.
I see my video okay.
All right,
I'm looking
I'm gonna
Zoom. I'm not looking
real
at YouTube. I'm looking at Zoom, but it looks the same to me on YouTube too. Like you're all blurry.
I'm going to briefly leave and I'll be right back. The stream is going to continue, but I'll be back really, really fast. And let's see if that solves the blurriness issue. No? Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's just me.
Focused. It's in focus as according
It's
to
fine
it
on my end.
focused on my hand and then it focused on my face.
Yeah.
Ski Man saying it looks good. He said his wife and her family went to Gatlinburg a few months back. They liked it. Yeah. There was a couple places I saw as I was going through the pictures that I didn't see while we were there because if I had seen him, we would have went there. We were no hurry, and the aquarium. As soon as we seen the sign for the aquarium, we both said we'll go to the aquarium, and that's what we did. And then a couple of the places, looking at the pictures, like, doggone, I wished I'd have seen that because one of them was a wax museum. I think that would have been interesting, and I forget what the other one was. But it at the time it just is like, man, I wished I'd have seen that. We ate at IHOP. We looked around. We wanted to go to Flapjacks, but every Flapjack parking lot was full, and I didn't want to eat at a known place, so we ended up at IHOP because we were getting really hungry. We stayed in Knoxville. They
You
had
could have
no
came,
hotels. Do what, Chris?
you could have came down about 5 hours. US 441.
You're only 5 hours from Gatlinburg.
Yep, 5.5.
I didn't know that.
Well, it says I-75, 5 hours and 39 minutes, and it says US 441, which is the main road that goes, is 5 hours and 50 minutes. I would go US 441.
We went
Keep
back the
going to
long
Atlanta.
way. We came through Cincinnati. Well, that's the long way, I guess, because that was that whole 6 minutes longer. Came through Cincinnati and then we went back through Louisville, but it didn't take us back through Louisville. It took us toward Louisville, Kentucky, and then it diverted us around. We never did see the city, which was kind of nice. And once you cross the river, 15 miles later, you're on the main highway 65 to go up to Indianapolis. So it was a good trip. We'll go on a couple next year. Like I said, we've already got next year's first trip sort of kind of planned out. And I know that could change, but we'll see. I am playing golf Tuesday, and that will probably end up being one of the last times I get to play golf this year because the weather forecast for the Wild is not looking conducive to play golf in. Unless I do follow through with going to some of the virtual golf places here in town, which is a thought. It is a thought. Anybody watch any football today other than Bobby? We know the Bengals won. No need to repeat it.
Yeah, I watched a little bit.
I saw where Baltimore somehow screwed up and got beat by Pittsburgh. Not sure how that happened. And the Colts tried to lose a game. Apparently, there are 5 virtual golf places here in the greater Indianapolis area. Two of which are really close to me. two of which are out west, and one of which is way up north. Did not know that. Amazing what you find out when you start looking for something. This doesn't look to be virtual golf-ish to me. This looks to be more wow, it's in Bargersville. Bargersville must be growing up. Bargersville used to be a hick town. And when I say hick town, you drove through it. If you blinked your eyes twice, you missed the whole town. We have a few of those in Indiana. I grew up in a hick town. I grew up in a town that had an intersection of two major highways, a bank, 3 churches, a general store, 1 post office, a high school, a car wash, 2 mechanics. I mean, for a hick town, we had a lot going on. Looks like we have some cool era and settled. Yeah, I watched a channel out of Illinois. I can't remember what part of Illinois it was at, but they were previewing the weather for the week. And they've got rain moving in as early as Monday night, which is not good for me because our weather is showing Tuesday being partly sunny and 62 degrees on Tuesday. But then it says rain Wednesday and Thursday. So as you can see, I might not get to play. Did not take the clubs on this trip. Should have. Didn't. I think next year the clubs will be included on every trip. Not that I need to go on vacation to play golf because I don't, or get away to play golf. We saw a couple places to play. That's the other thing I noticed in Gatlinburg. There were probably 6 or 7 miniature golf facilities right there in that general area. 4 or 5 go-kart tracks. One of them, which caught my interest, says NASCAR. Cool, I'm going there. Maybe they have, the made-up car and you can drive. No, it was all go-karts. And then they had another one that was a simulator, and I thought, well, I've done that, so there's nothing to gain by doing that.
I've been in a NASCAR one. I believe that's the one I went in.
I would like to go on a true NASCAR experience where you're in a dummied down car. By dummied down, I mean they're just restricting the speed. You sit in the morning classes and then you get a drive in the afternoon. I think it's something like 10 laps. But around here, they don't have anything like that. Vegas had a couple places like that, and I should have went when we were out there. But yeah, I think that would be pretty neat. Probably pricey, but I don't know. We went to Buc-ee's in Richmond twice. We went to Buc-ee's just outside of the Seaverville, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area once. And both times, the first time was we had never been there, so we just wanted to check it out. The second time was to get gas because we were running low on gas, and it was $2.97 in.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it was great in Tennessee. It could have been $2.79 if I was willing to give up my information and get their rewards card, whatever that's called. But I thought I'm not probably going to go to Buc-ee's that much more often in my life, so I really didn't need to do that. But then we stopped at the one because we wanted to get some souvenirs for the family, which we did. The only reason we didn't do it there in Tennessee was I'd never seen a parking lot so full in my life. I've never seen such chaotic driving for people in a parking lot as I did on Saturday. It was almost like, oh, look, Henry, there's a spot over there. You hear the tires squealing and a guy bouncing off cars just to get to a spot that was 2 aisles over. It was crazy. Jeff Ryman says, good evening to everybody. Hello, Jeff. How did your grandson do today? Did they win the tournament? I know they made it, I believe, to the championship game. And if you told me how they did, I apologize. I probably skimmed right over it in the messenger. There's Jeff. There's Sean. Boy, look at that. They joined at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if that's good or bad. Photo Mix Media waves hello. Hello, Jose. Hello, Sean. Hello, Jeff. How'd your grandson do, Jeff?
We got our butts whipped today, 11-1.
Oh, in the championship game?
Yep.
Oh, man. After drama to get in the championship game, right?
Can you hear
Had
me?
a couple of bad calls, but you can't blame it all on that.
Right. Do what, Chris?
Son got in a little bit of trouble. The
I
coach,
didn't mean, I was talking to my mother. Hold on a minute.
Okay. All right.
yeah, the coach was telling him some stuff he needed to change, and it was the assistant coach, the head coach, was not able to come today. And he gave the coach some lip, which he should have known better.
Yeah, really.
And
I
he
mean,
comes
that's
and
never
complains
wise.
to his dad and me, well, the coach was talking shit to me.
Yeah.
And his dad said, you know, when the coach talks, you treat him with respect, whether you agree or not.
Right. I mean, he is the coach. He is the coach.
And so,
Sean, you okay?
Yeah.
Can I see 10 fingers, please? I want to make sure you're good.
I didn't
Okay,
work
that's
today.
better. I noticed you hit
Only
that one
9?
like this.
I didn't work today, but I am getting up. I'm not. That's why I'm on so early tonight because I'm going to bed at like 7. So
All right.
I gotta
Hello,
get up at
Joshy.
5.
We cannot hear you, Joshy.
that's okay.
You hear me now? Yeah, you can hear me.
Did you
What
guys
up?
hear Josh?
What that?
I was asking if they heard you. Can we hear you?
Yeah, you can hear me.
Are you sure? Say
Yeah.
something.
Bumping.
Smart ass. So what happened yesterday? I was listening to Doug Betts while we were driving around, and he kept saying that you were one of the topics, but you never showed up. Did you forget you were going to be on Doug's show, or what's the deal?
I don't remember saying that I was gonna be on it.
Hmm.
Oh,
And
that
your
was
foot's-
because that issue that you and I picked with the pumpkin for the co-op key.
Right. Didn't fix it, did it?
With that?
It didn't fix it, did it?
Yeah, I think it did.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Bring me up to speed. I know I've been gone for 4 days and I'm a little slow and behind, but if we fixed it, why would Doug need to look at it? What else could he do to it that we didn't do?
No, I had sent the email before I had talked to you about it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, we see who's more important now.
Hey, I'm used to coming in second, third, last. It don't bother me none.
I had reached out to Doug before I reached out to Ken.
That's all right. I understand.
Now.
He's a trained professional. I believe. I know. I got it. So
I was watching a little bit of Carrie today. The server at home guy dropped off this huge server or whatever, and he was replacing the motherboard, and the motherboard was $1,000 something, and it was a
Man.
Threadripper CPU in it. So
Well, server motherboards can be expensive. Some of them will take like 2 big server CPUs, and the CPUs will be $800 or $900 a piece.
well, this motherboard was a Threadripper, and it had a 39 something in it, and it had 512 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM in it, and so
I feel like Doug and email and apologize for not showing up.
yeah, it'd probably be wise. He cut his show short. His show short anyway. I don't know why, because we stopped, but he had announced that he was going to end it rather early due to previous plans or something.
I don't even remember what I did yesterday. I know I went on YouTube for a little bit, and no one showed up, so I quit.
Yeah, we enjoyed it. Mrs. K and I were driving around. I had actually told her I was sticking around to see what your issues were.
Well,
You know how to take stains out of anything? Depends on what the stain is.
see, you guys were driving around my old stomping grounds, East Tennessee.
Yep.
I'm not from the Gatlinburg area, but we went there quite a bit years ago.
I had thought about jumping over to North Carolina, but it was like a 2.5 hour drive, and I just didn't feel like doing
Yeah,
that.
well, that highway going over there can have a lot of rock fall sometimes too. Not always, but every once in a while. They've got the wire fences up and all that in certain areas.
Y'all stayed in Knoxville?
Scissors. Yes, we stayed in Knoxville. There was not any hotels in the Seaverville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area. Apparently, there was a car show going in. I regress. I digress. There was one place that had a room. You had to buy a 2-night minimum at $130 some a night. I said, no, thank you. That's ridiculous. I don't mind.
Isn't the best place, but it's okay. You can find.
Yeah, I didn't mind staying where we stayed. We were only 15 miles away from where we needed to be, and that's nothing. That gave us time to get
So
up.
you
and
must
get
have stayed
going.
on the east side of Knoxville someplace.
Yes. Yes. You know how
Yeah,
to take stains out of anything, scissors. Oh, I get it now. He says, wah, bad joke. I thought he was being serious.
When I go back, I generally stay on the west side just because I'm more familiar with it. There's a couple of motels that are near, what's that southern restaurant chain, breakfast and all that crap.
Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, Cracker Barrel. There's usually a reasonably nice motel near a Cracker Barrel there someplace.
Yeah. Speaking of Cracker Barrel, my wonderful wife, we're sitting in IHOP and she goes, I think IHOP is following in the footsteps of Cracker Barrel. I go, how do you figure that? She goes, they have a gift shop now. And I'm like, okay, Cracker Barrel is known for its stuff on the wall, all the old stuff, not so much its gift shop.
Well, but Cracker Barrels nowadays have a lot of stuff you can buy, a lot of touristy crap.
Oh yeah, they have a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Well, and they used to be known for having rocking chairs out on the porch in some of them, didn't they?
Yep. We passed quite a few Cracker Barrels. We had a McDonald's dinner Friday night. That was funny.
There's one Cracker Barrel here over near the Silverton.
Yeah.
And then the next nearest one is probably not too far from Sean, the next closest one to Vegas. There's one or two in Arizona someplace.
There's one on just like 15 minutes from me.
Yeah.
As I've known, they've always had gift shops inside.
So Sean, I noticed today you had a lot of posts. Are you having a fire sale?
What?
I noticed on Facebook today you had a lot of posts for stuff you are selling. Are you having a fire sale? Are you going out of business?
No, I'm just trying to get rid of half this stuff. That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, Vegas doesn't play until Monday night. Okay. Well, good news is they didn't lose on Sunday. Bad news is they probably are going to lose to Green Bay tomorrow night. They're playing at home. We'll see. I'll give them a little bit of a break. I feel sorry for Wintermute. North Carolina, or the Carolina Panthers, lost again. They're 0-5.
Georgia beat Kentucky.
Do what?
Georgia beat Kentucky.
Yeah, that was a gimme game more or less. I followed a few scores.
Where is that school at for Kentucky?
Kentucky?
Yeah.
The University of Kentucky is in, oh God, I want to say Lexington, but I'm not 100%. No. Give me a minute. Let me think about it. The University of Louisville sits in Louisville, obviously. I think Kentucky is in Lexington because I always get confused. I know it's not in Frankfurt, which is the capital of Kentucky.
Somerset.
Give me a minute.
Lexington.
Is it in Lexington?
Yep, you're correct.
Okay. I thought maybe it was.
Ken,
Yes.
you missed it the other day. I turned on my Twitch stream, Wintermute, and Greg and William were here, I think. We were listening to Tammy call into this guy on Twitch and talk about S.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
yeah, and asking questions about it, and it was funny as heck. Wintermute and Jim and William there all started cracking up laughing that she called in and was asking all that. Can I share my screen? No, it's not Tammy,
Not the
and
green.
it's not the green guy.
It's
All right, go
Tammy's
ahead.
sister.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is actually the computer build. I took a picture of it, but I didn't include the graphics card in it.
Hell, that isn't a build. It's not put together.
Well, I know, but that's what I went with. So this.
So how's that
sounds
coming
like-
along?
Good. I did the video of building it. I did the video of installing software, installing Windows 11. I did have a problem with the product key, but I contacted them for Windows 10 and they fixed it. They gave me a brand new key and it worked. And then
That's good.
if I may show this, you missed these pictures the other day, Ken, but this is the truck that we work in.
You work out of the bucket?
No, he's the only one that's licensed and insured, so he's the only one that can go in the bucket.
All right.
And then there's the shredder. It's a big diesel shredder.
Just remember, don't come back with the nickname of Stumpy.
Oh yeah. This is the other truck. This is the truck. This is why I couldn't go to work the other day, because the starter and the batteries went dead in it. So he has a 60-gallon tank underneath, and then he has a 100-gallon tank up here, diesel. And then he's got a tool bench, and he's got a big old. This looks small, but if you see it in person, it's huge. And yeah, he has. It's very loud. I'm surprised he doesn't wake up all my neighbors when he comes to pick me up, because that thing is loud.
Yeah, you remember that joke from The Big Bang Theory, don't you? Sheldon's mother was going on in one of the stories. We never called she said, any man will do just the opposite of what you tell him to. He said, we'd still be calling my brother Edward instead of Stumpy if we hadn't told him not to put his hand in the wood chipper.
So yeah, I was surprised that I didn't have a problem with the Office key, but this time I had a problem with the Windows 10 Pro key. I
So,
normally
yep.
have problems. I normally have problems with the Office key, not the Windows key. But
You
I bought
upload the video?
Yeah, hey, hang on, I gotta see what's
All
up.
right.
Yeah, speaking of those keys, I'm trying to get my laptop backed up here.
Oh, I'm good.
Needed to be updated to the latest version of Windows 10, but
I guess
my
Darren was
laptop
having it.
my laptop disappeared for a few days somehow, and my daughter found it out in the hallway inside a set of drawers out there where somebody had grabbed it and hidden it.
Oh.
And it had been left on. Well, we think we know what happened. My grandson had a friend stay over night 2 weeks ago or so.
What's up,
Right.
My
Randy?
grandson's wallet
I
disappeared.
just had an idea.
And so we're suspicious he grabbed it and hid it away, but somebody left it on, and so the battery was run all the way down. Then when I
Right.
tried to start it up, I got a CMOS error. So I think the little coin cell for the CMOS is worn out too. It's never been changed. So I'm going to make a backup of it here. Without shutting it off. It's running now. And then I'm going to take it apart and change the battery and swap out the hard drive for a solid state drive that I've been talking about doing for a year and a half.
Yeah, Darren was having all kinds of problems with his computers today.
Hmm.
He kept sending me messages saying that he had to reinstall Windows, and it kept wanting to do Windows 11, and just he was
Well,
suffering.
this one, when it started up, asked me if I wanted Windows 11, but I just said no, and it went away again.
Right. Yeah. I did
But,
not get that when I fired up my machine.
Yeah, and this is the one that I used that cheat key from Microsoft years ago for Windows 8 and updated
Right.
it to Pro. And that's one of the things that they say may not work again. Now, when I look at it, it says it has a digital license.
Right.
So if I can get it going to some state, it ought to go out and recognize it. But simply to be sure of it, I'm going to make a backup, an image backup that I can restore from a Cronus or something on a flash drive.
Better, yeah.
Then I won't have any question about it.
What is it? Macrum Reflect is now not offering. It's only offering a 30-day free trial now. There's no
Really?
more free version. Yep.
Well, they said that about a year ago. That's what they were going to do.
But it says on their website now, 30 days is it. Once it's over, you're done. You'll have to wipe out your computer and start over if you want to get that 30 days again.
There's one place where you can still get some of the older free versions.
Now, is Acronis doing that too?
What?
Is Acronis doing that as well?
Well, Acronis never did offer a free version, except they worked with some of the hard drive vendors to offer a version that was, say, specific to Western Digital or to Seagate.
Right.
Now, it would work with any drive if it could find one of that brand attached in your system someplace. That was the key to making it work.
Also, when I build computers for people, I don't charge them for the Windows key. I just do other kinds.
Have you?
For so cheap anyway. So
have you uploaded the video yet, Sean?
In your labor cost to pay for that, though, Sean.
Yeah, true. Did you upload your build video yet?
No, it's still on the hard drive on that Dell. I gotta do it.
All right.
I got 2 videos. I'm trying to finish all the videos, and then I'm gonna do a talking video about what the videos are about, and then I'll upload that, and then I'll go with the build video, software video, cable management video, and then how I back up with Acronis, and yeah.
Okay.
Surprisingly,
wrap this up.
I get Acronis for like $25 a license because I contacted them and I'm like, well, every computer I build, I buy a copy, so they give me a discount code every time I build a computer for somebody or I build it for myself. I just enter that coupon code and
you saying that about
they
discount?
keep offering me a new one, but I've got a 2021 version of Acronis without all of the antivirus crap in it, and it still works.
Yeah.
So I don't see any point in buying a newer one.
Should have started the show like this. I apologize that I forgot to just cancel Wednesday show and Thursday show. I should have done that. I realized I didn't do that. And I know some people went in there and said, when's it going to start? He's behind, he's late, or whatever. I apologize for that. I know Ran Israel was there at 4 a.m. waiting for me to start my show one night. I feel bad about that. I honestly do. And I am going to end it. I'm at 45 minutes. I'm going to gradually work back to an hour. I want to thank Tony Wallow, William Dawson, Rick Lakes, Greg Guy, Bobby Warren, Chris Garrett, Jeff Ryman, Ski Man. Good to see Ski Man. I hope things are going good for him, or better anyway. Tim Tech Wiz was there. And I believe that's everyone. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, normal time. We'll see what the day brings. So thank you, everyone on YouTube. If you want to join us on Zoom, it will show up. Oh, and I mixed. Get it? I missed Photo Mix Media. I don't know how I missed him. I know that he joined because he waved his hand. Oh, that's why I looked for text, but he did wave his hand. Now, why is that not showing up?
To the K-Stout Zoom stuff, include a PayPal contribution of $25, and he will send you the video.
Is this not? Oh, you know what? It's not live. That's why. There we go. It wasn't live. I had to click on the live button.
Or if you can't reach Ken Stout, you can send it to me, and I'll be happy to forward some of the $25.
A percentage. There you go. There you go. That's good to see something. Some things never change. Good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. But wait, I did mention Greg, right? Oh yeah, I did.
You better have.
I'm a little out of practice.